Augustus, I knew the aroma of Mary's squirrel stew would draw you completely to the table.
Ah, how well you know me, Mrs. Bartow. I will admit I do love squirrel.
Let me introduce you to our good friend, Dr. Peter Moulton. Dr. Moulton has a medical practice in New Rochelle.
Ah, so good to meet you, Dr. Moulton. I've heard most estimable things about you.
As I about you, please call me Peter.
Someone is missing, I see.
And where's George?
In his bedchamber, not feeling well again.
Again, it is the 5th time this month, is it not?
Why, just this morning he was laughing and playing. Now he claims not to be well.
It's a bluff. He pretends.
That's enough, Henry.
But Auntie, may I go upstairs and black out his eyes now?
No, you may not. But suppose you instead try to encourage him to come down.
I'll try.
We will applaud your efforts, come what may.
Augustus, tell us, what is your theory as to why George retreats to his bedchamber with such frequency?
Well, whenever I teach George Latin, he grows exceedingly long.
That does indeed sound like George. The child loves to play.
Recite Latin? I think the boy would rather count bricks in the wall.
Augustus, you must find this most harrowing.
I will admit it is hard to train up a child this way.
Boy can't be fitted for Columbia unless he learns Latin.
Even at the New York University, he'll require some facilities.
Sure, you don't propose I send George to such a place as that.
Why not, sir? It's a fine school. More popular than Columbia.
Some of my closest friends, Columbia trustees, have petitioned the legislature to revoke their charter. New York can hardly be expected to support 2 colleges.
Robert, it is the child we are talking about. Would you be content to have him lead a life of empty frivolity?
What would you wish of me, to go at him hammer and tongue?
He has gulled us. The time is ripe for him to know what it feels like to be gulled. Doctor, may I enlist your support in this?
Mrs. Bartow, in a mission of this type, I'm most surely at your disposal.
I noticed you have your saddlebag with you.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I can count on you then to play along. Mary, would you bring George and Henry down and kindly fetch Dr. Moulton's medical kit?
Yes, Mrs. Bartow.
And tell George it is very important that we see him.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, George.
Oh, Mother.
Augustus tells me that you are ailing in Latin today.
Yes, Mother. I believe I may have Billy's fever.
Dr. Moulton has graciously offered to examine and treat you. I'm sure you'll be well before the week is out.
And ready for Latin.
Eat your squirrel and cabbage, Henry.
You know, all of a sudden, the pain seems to be...
It may be bilious fever or a scrape of some similar complexion. I'm sure Dr. Moulton will find the remedy. Of this, I am extremely hopeful.
Well now, George, let me have a good look at you. I hear you felt like a boat dragging anchor. Poor little fellow, his forehead burns like a brass boiler.
Oh, doctor, it's serious then.
Indeed, the way the boy squirms and sweat clings to his brow,
Oh.
I'd say the need for intervention is fierce indeed.
Oh, please reassure me, doctor, that there's hope for a healthy outcome.
Do not stagger in your faith in me. Where there is life, there is hope.
We shall be forever indebted.
Now then, I have instruments of various sizes and calibers.
I don't see the need, sir.
Hold, child. Speaketh not, lest you compound your condition with swelling of the upper glottis. The boy's complexion concerns me. Do you see what I see?
Oh, a bit of yellow.
Indeed, his skin is yellow tinctured. An infection
Yellow? I don't see yellow.
brought on by agency of air. Toxins in his blood.
I look yellow, may I see?
Not a syllable, son. Think you I am unworthy of my grizzled locks? Inflammatory quinsy is but a door knock away. The more you speak, the closer it comes.
Peter, what is to be done?
Please, dear woman, go off to another room. A mother's eyes best be spared.
Oh, I cannot leave the child in his time of need.
Due to his imbalance of humors, we must feed him Dr. Hutchings' purgatives. Do you have these?
We have some, I'm fairly certain.
I'll get it, Mrs. Bartow.
Do not look so pinched of face, lad.
Oh, it is relevant. He means no insolence, I assure you.
Well, he'll feel better once we feed him Dr. Hutchings' purgatives. I mean, when his bowels loosen and his stomach evacuates.
Oh, Mary, Mary, prepare the water closet, line up the chamber pots.
What?
Oh, can't you do more for the suffering child? See how he stutters?
Mother, I'm fine. The pain's gone.
What else can I do to relieve his wretched discomfort?
Look how brave and stoic he is.
I'm better, look.
Remember, this is of a come-and-go nature, therefore,
I'm better, I'm certain.
I shall have to try bloodletting. Perhaps even blistering.
I'm better, I swear to it.
You should not be shy of bloodletting, George.
No, indeed, George. An elbow relation of yours, your Aunt Catherine's cousin through marriage, submitted to the bloodletting during a severe bout of fever. She survived, and I assure you, she is nowhere near as withered and broken as she looks. And she can walk for, well, she can walk, or so I believe.
I will warrant it.
Mother, Father, I have lied. I'm not sick. I'm sorry. You can punish me. I won't do it again.
Praise be to God, the boy is well.
You mean you're not disappointed in me?
But Auntie, may I go upstairs and black out his eyes now?
No, but you may help him with his Latin.